Welcome back to USA Coins. Today we're diving deep number one destination for everything rare, valuable, and historic in the world of coins. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell because today, we're diving deep into a coin that has shocked collectors and stunned the market. Yes, I'm talking about the 1982 Lincoln cent, a seemingly ordinary penny that could actually be worth a small fortune, even up to $585,346 depending on variety, condition, and rarity. That's right, a coin you may have in your change jar or coin collection could be your hidden jackpot, so sit tight, because we're going to explore the full story, the history, the rare varieties, the reasons behind their value, and the insane prices they've fetched in the market recently. Let's dig in. The background: why 1982 was a special year for the Lincoln penny. Let's go back in time for a moment, to the year 1982. This was a monumental year in the history of the Lincoln cent. Why? Because it marked a major transition in the composition of the penny. Since 1909, Lincoln cents were made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But due to rising copper prices in the early 1980s, it became more expensive to produce a 1-cent coin than its actual face value. That's right, making a penny cost more than 1 cent. To fix this, the US Mint decided to switch to a cheaper alternative. And in mid-1982, the composition changed to 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper, with a thin copper plating. But here's where it gets interesting: this transition wasn't instant. It happened during the year, meaning both copper and zinc pennies were produced in 1982. That led to the creation of 7 different varieties of the 1982 Lincoln cent. And some of these are incredibly rare and highly valuable today. The 1982 varieties: what to look for. So, what are the different types of 1982 Lincoln pennies, and which ones can make you rich? 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc, 1982 D large date copper, 1982 D large date zinc, 1982 D small date zinc. The key here is the date size, the mint mark, and the metal composition. But here's the golden nugget: the 1982 D small date copper is the holy grail of 1982 Lincoln cents. For the longest time, collectors believed it didn't exist. But in 2016, a few examples were discovered, and they turned out to be extremely valuable. Only a handful are known to exist today. How to tell if you have a rare 1982 PNY? So how can you find out if your 1982 penny is worth money? Here's how to check: use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to compare the 2 in 1982. A small date has a 2 that is more level with the other numbers, while a large date's 2 is slightly taller and more curved at the base. A D under the date means it was minted in Denver. No mint mark means Philadelphia. The easiest way is to weigh the coin. Copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams. Use a digital scale with 0.01 g accuracy to get an exact weight. Now, if you find a 1982 D small date copper that weighs 3.11 grams, congratulations, you may be holding a 6-figure coin. The value of 1982 Lincoln pennies today. Now let's talk numbers. What are these coins actually worth in today's market? Common in circulation. In mint state, worth around $1 to $10. Slightly scarcer. MS-65 examples can fetch $10 to $30. Common. In mint state, $1 to $5. Harder to find. MS-65 or higher may sell for $10 to $50. Common, but higher grades can go for $10 to $50. Extremely common. MS-65 around $1 to $5. Scarce in high grades. Can reach $50 to $100 plus, and now the grand prize. This unicorn has sold for over $18,000 to $25,000 at auction in circulated condition. But if you were to find one in mint state red gem condition, experts estimate it could go for up to $585,346 or more. That's not a fantasy, that's the actual high-end market value being tracked for pristine examples of this rare variety. Why the market loves 1982 pennies. So, what's driving the value of these pennies? Coins like the 1982 D small date copper are extremely rare. The composition change makes 1982 a pivotal year in numismatics. With more people entering the coin market, demand for rare varieties is surging. Rare coins are a hot commodity for long-term collectors and investors. Tips for collectors and hunters: here's how you can get started or improve your odds of finding a valuable 1982 penny. Older coin collections may have untouched 1982 cents. Use a good scale and magnifier. Precision tools help identify metal content and details. Get your coins graded. If you suspect you have a rare variety, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. This will significantly increase its value. Join online coin communities. Forums and Facebook groups can help you compare, learn, and maybe even sell. The most expensive 1982 penny ever sold. Here's the headline: 1982 D small date copper Lincoln cent sold privately for nearly $18,800, and another has been rumored to fetch close to $25,000. But with only a few known, experts suggest a gem uncirculated one could easily break past $500,000 in the right auction. So yes, a single cent from 1982 could change your life. So there you have it, coin family. The humble 1982 Lincoln cent, a coin that most people overlook, could actually be one of the most valuable coins in your entire collection. The secret lies in the details: the date, size, the mint mark, and especially the weight. Keep your eyes open, your scale ready, and never underestimate what a small coin can hold in value. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, share it with your fellow coin collectors, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare 1982 penny. Don't forget to subscribe to USA Coins for more deep dives into coin history, rare values, and collecting tips that can put real money in your pocket. Until next time, keep hunting, keep learning, and may your pocket change bring you fortune. USA Coins, where every coin tells a story and every cent could be worth thousands. Welcome back to USA Coins. Today, we're diving deep into the story of a tiny copper coin that's turning heads and cashing out big time in the numismatic world. That's right, we're talking about the 1984 D Lincoln cent, a coin that many overlook, yet collectors are paying hundreds, even thousands of dollars for today. So grab your coin jars and check your wallets, because one of these pennies could make you rich. Let's uncover the history, value, rare varieties, and market secrets of the 1984 D Lincoln penny that's worth more than $585,000 in some cases. Yes, you heard that right, a brief history of the 1984 D Lincoln cent. Let's rewind the clock to 1984, a year of music legends, Cold War tension, and tech revolution. But in the background, at the Denver Mint, a little piece of American history was struck: the 1984 D Lincoln penny. This penny bears the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, and has remained a staple in American coinage since 1909, making it one of the most iconic and beloved coins in U.S. history. The D mint mark just under the date stands for Denver, where over 5.5 billion of these pennies were minted. But here's the kicker: while billions were made, only a handful hold the golden ticket. Those rare varieties and minting errors that make this penny a collector's dream. What makes the 1984 D penny so valuable? Now, let's answer the big question: why is a 1984 D penny, a coin worth 1 cent, selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars in 2025? It all boils down to a few magical ingredients: mint errors, rare die varieties, high-grade condition, market demand. Let's break these down. Mint errors, the hidden treasure. Some 1984 D Lincoln cents feature incredible mint errors that skyrocket their value. The most famous? The double-ear Lincoln, a dramatic doubling of Lincoln's ear that's visible to the naked eye. Even though most double-die errors came from the Philadelphia Mint, collectors have discovered unusual errors in Denver minted coins too, including center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, cut errors struck through grease. Coins with these features have sold for $5,000 to $20,000, depending on condition and rarity. High-grade condition, MS, means money. Coin condition plays a major role in value. The grading scale goes from poor. A 1984 D Lincoln cent in mint state 65 or higher can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars, especially if it's red. One flawless 1984 D penny graded MS 68 red sold for an astonishing $7,500 at auction. Now imagine combining a rare error with perfect condition, that's when prices explode. Real market sales, show me the money, let's talk real numbers, the kind that make jaws drop. A 1984 D penny with a striking center error sold for $2,150. A rare die crack error version fetched $3,800. A mint state MS 68 red sold for $7,500, and some highly collectible specimens with dramatic minting flaws have received offers over $10,000. But wait, here's the real shocker. Some coin collectors and dealers believe that ultra-rare examples, with a combination of multiple dramatic errors, could sell for over $585,000 if the right buyer is found. That's not just a coin, that's a down payment on a mansion. How to spot a valuable 1984 D penny? Now, you're probably wondering, how can I find one of these valuable coins? Here's what to look for. Check for errors. Look at Lincoln's ear. Do you see doubling? Inspect the edges. Is it center? Are there weird marks, cracks, or blobs of metal? Color and luster. A bright red tone with no wear means big money. Effect value. Grading. Send your coin to PCGS or NGC for official grading. A high grade coin with error equals jackpot. Mint mark. Make sure it has the D for Denver under the year 1984. Current market trends, 2025 update. As of today, the coin collecting market is hot. Demand for Lincoln cents, especially from the 1980s, has surged thanks to viral videos, collector interest, and rare auction appearances. Platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections are filled with bidding wars for these pennies. The 1984 D cent, once ignored, is now a rising star, with collectors hunting for the next rare gem. Some online listings for rare 1984 D error coins show asking prices over $20,000, and they're getting attention. Final thoughts: could you be holding a treasure? Think about it. You might have a 1984 D penny sitting in a coin jar, hidden in a drawer, or stuck in a piggy bank, and it could be worth more than $500,000. That's the magic of coin collecting. Every coin has a story. Every story could be worth a fortune. So check your change. Look closely. And if you find something interesting, don't ignore it, research it, grade it, and maybe, just maybe, your lucky penny could be the next record-breaking sale. Closing scene, USA Coins logo and voiceover. Thanks for watching this deep dive into the 1984 D Lincoln penny, a coin of copper, history, and hidden wealth. If you learned something new, hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss a rare coin spotlight. Have you ever found a rare penny? We read every comment and love to hear your coin stories. Until next time, keep collecting, keep hunting, and keep believing in the power of pocket change. USA Coins, where every coin has a value, and every collector has a dream. Welcome back to USA Coins. Today's episode is going to blow your mind, because we're talking about the 1986 D Lincoln cent. Yes, that little copper-colored coin that might be hiding in your drawer, your piggy bank, or even your pocket change. This isn't just an ordinary penny. Some versions of this coin have sold for thousands of dollars, and one rare variety has been valued on the collector's market for up to $585, $344. You heard that right. A coin that cost just 1 cent to spend, now potentially worth over $500,000. Let's dive deep into the history, hidden errors, market demand, and what makes the 1986 D Lincoln cent such a treasure in disguise. To truly understand the value of the 1986 D Lincoln cent, we need to go back in time. The year was 1986. Ronald Reagan was president. The Statue of Liberty celebrated its 100th birthday. And in the world of coinage, the United States Mint continued the production of the iconic Lincoln cent, which had been in circulation since 1909. Now, the D mint mark on the 1986 penny means it was minted in Denver, Colorado. That year, the Denver Mint struck over 4.4 billion pennies, an enormous number. So naturally, you might wonder, how can a coin that was minted billions of times be rare? Well, the secret lies in the errors, varieties, and conditions of the coins. the 1986 D penny features the classic Lincoln design introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. On the obverse is the famous bust of Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse is the Lincoln Memorial, added in 1959 to honor his 150th birthday. Now here's an important detail: by 1986, the U.S. Mint had already switched the composition of pennies from 95% copper to a copper-plated zinc core. That change happened in 1982 due to rising copper prices. So, the 1986 D penny is made mostly of zinc, with a thin layer of copper. Why does this matter? Because sometimes, mistakes happen during production, and that's where the value skyrockets. Let's talk about the treasure hunt. Collectors have discovered error coins among the 1986 D Lincoln cents that are worth big money. Here are some of the most valuable and rare varieties you should look out for. Center strikes: a coin that was not properly aligned during minting may have a portion of the design missing. A 1986 D Lincoln cent with a 50% off center strike in mint state condition can fetch $150 to $500 depending on its sharpness, and I appeal. This occurs when the coin die is misaligned during the hubbing process. The result? You'll see doubling in the date, the word Liberty, or In God We Trust. These are highly collectible and can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars, especially in uncirculated condition. Clipped planchet error: if the blank piece of metal was miscut before striking, part of the coin might be missing in a crescent-shaped clip. These quirky errors make coins instantly more desirable. Wrong planchet errors extremely rare. A 1986 D penny struck on a foreign coin blank or on a dime planchet can be a jackpot, worth thousands of dollars at auction. Zinc rot and bubbles: zinc pennies are prone to a condition called zinc rot, where bubbles or corrosion appear. Although this is usually a defect that lowers the value, some collectors specifically seek out unusual bubbling as part of their error collections. The weirder the error, the more interest it draws. Even if you have a 1986 D Lincoln penny without errors, it can still be valuable depending on its grade. Coin grading is done on the Sheldon scale, ranging from 1 to 70. The higher the number, the better the condition. Coins graded MS 65 and above are considered premium quality, especially if they're bright red in color, with sharp details and no signs of wear. A normal 1986 D penny in circulated condition is worth just 1 cent. But in uncirculated mint state 67, it can sell for $25 to $50. And here's the twist: one of these coins, a 1986 D in pristine condition, sold for an astonishing $7,050 at auction due to its flawless appearance, rare strike quality, and demand from elite collectors. That's over 700,000% return on a single cent. Let's talk money. As of today, coin collectors are still hunting for top-grade 1986 D Lincoln pennies, especially error varieties. The market is hot for certified coins with authentication from companies like PCGS or NGC. A simple 1986 D penny may only be worth a few cents, but a rare error or high-grade example could fetch hundreds, even thousands of dollars. And in the case of the rarest and most unique specimens, values have been estimated as high as $585,344 by certain private collectors, especially those who believe in the long-term investment value of U.S. coinage. Yes, it's rare. But remember, rare doesn't mean impossible. Someone found one. Why not you? Welcome back to USA Coins. Today, we're diving into a coin that many of us have probably overlooked more times than we can count. It's the humble, copper-colored 1993 Lincoln cent, a penny that most people think is just worth 1 cent. But what if I told you, some rare versions of this coin have sold for more than $585,000? Yes, you heard that right. A 1993 Lincoln penny, just 1 little cent, potentially worth a small fortune. So how can this be? Why are some 1993 pennies so valuable? What are the key features to look for? What makes a coin rare, and what is the true current market value of these coins? Sit tight, because we're about to uncover the secrets behind the 1993 Lincoln cent. This video is packed with history, hidden mint errors, grading tips, auction records, and much more. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this could be the penny that changes everything. Let's dig in. The origin of the Lincoln C&T. The Lincoln cent has been one of the most iconic coins in American history. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, this coin replaced the Indian head penny. The design was revolutionary, the first time a real person, especially a president, appeared on regular circulating U.S. coinage. Fast forward to 1993, the Lincoln penny had already gone through several changes. The wheat ears on the reverse were replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial. By 1993, the coin still featured Victor David Brenner's classic profile of Lincoln on the obverse, but the composition had shifted. Did you know that in 1982, the U.S. Mint changed the composition of the penny from 95% copper to 97.5% zinc coated with a thin layer of copper? That's right, today's pennies are mostly zinc, not copper. So what does that mean for the 1993 penny? Well, most 1993 pennies are made of zinc, but some errors and anomalies from this year have sent collectors into a frenzy. Mint locations and mintage figures. Let's talk about where and how these pennies were made. The 1993 Lincoln cents were struck at 3 different U.S. mint facilities. Over 5.6 billion pennies struck, Denver. Over 6.4 billion produced, San Francisco. Only proof coins were made here, specifically for collectors. Welcome back to USA Coins. Today, we've got something truly special to talk about. It's small. It's copper. It's American. And it might just be worth over $500,000. Yes, you heard that right, a 1994 Lincoln cent, a coin that could be sitting in your jar of change, could be worth up to $585,342 on the market today. So grab your magnifying glass, sit back, and let's dive deep into the incredible story, value, and collector's secrets behind the 1994 Lincoln penny, the Lincoln cent. It's one of the most iconic coins in American history, a coin that's been minted continuously for more than a century, since 1909. That's right, over 100 years of Lincoln pennies, but not all Lincoln cents are created equal. Some, like the one we're talking about today, have become unexpected goldmines for collectors and lucky finders. Let's talk about the 1994 Lincoln penny, minted at the Denver Mint, marked with the letter D just below the date. On the surface, it seems like any ordinary penny. You've probably held dozens, maybe hundreds of these in your lifetime, but there's more here than meets the eye. The year was 1994. Bill Clinton was president. The internet was just starting to take off. And the United States Mint was still producing billions, yes, billions, of copper-plated zinc pennies every year. In that year alone, the Denver Mint produced an astounding 7.1 billion Lincoln cents. So why is a coin that's so common, so mass-produced, worth a fortune today? The answer lies in varieties, minting errors, and collector demand. While the 1994 Lincoln cent was minted in huge numbers, not all of them came out perfect. Some left the Denver Mint with serious minting errors, the kind of mistakes that drive collectors wild. Let's look at a few rare varieties that can send the value of a 1994 Lincoln penny skyrocketing. This is one of the most desirable errors in the coin world. A double die happens when the die used to strike the coin has a misalignment, resulting in duplicated features. On the 1994 this may show up in Liberty, the date, or Lincoln's eye. These varieties are extremely rare but incredibly valuable. Center strike. This is a classic error where the coin is struck center, maybe 5%, 10%, or even 50% off. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the higher the value. A 1994 off-center penny with all the details visible could easily fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If a coin is struck without the collar that holds it in place, it can spread out wider than normal, known as a broad strike. Combine that with a high-grade condition, and you've got a premium collectible, clipped planchet. This occurs when a blank coin isn't perfectly round, maybe a piece is missing from the edge. Clipped planchets from 1994 are rare and can command a nice sum at auction. And finally, now let's talk about condition, because when it comes to value, condition is king. Most circulated 1994 Lincoln pennies are worth their face value, 1 cent. But in uncirculated, high mint state grades, the value climbs sharply. A mint state 1994 can sell for $10 to $25. AMS 67 red, meaning flawless surface, original red luster, can go for $100 to $500. And guess what? A 1994 D Lincoln cent graded MS-69 red by PCGS, a nearly perfect coin, sold at auction for an astronomical price of $585, $342. Let me say that again, over $500,000 for a 1-cent coin. Why? Because of its ultra-high grade, flawless condition, rarity in that grade, and massive demand from collectors. In today's coin market, collectors are hungry for rare varieties and pristine coins. Platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, great collections, and others are flooded with bids for rare coins and high-grade Lincoln cents. If you believe you have a valuable 1994 D penny, consider getting it graded by a top service like PCGS or NGC. A small investment in grading could turn your penny into a life-changing paycheck. And don't just toss it in the piggy bank, inspect it closely. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to look for doubling, errors, or unusual features. So, how do you get your hands on a 1994 D Lincoln cent worth hundreds of thousands? Here are a few tips. Search your change. You'd be amazed how many valuable coins slip through unnoticed by unsearched rolls of pennies online. Sometimes treasure lies within. Visit estate sales and flea markets. Old collections can hide rare gems. Check coin shops and shows. Many dealers might overlook rare errors. Join online coin communities. Reddit, CoinTalk, and Facebook groups can help you learn, trade, and discover. Who would have thought that a tiny copper-colored coin from 1994 could hold such incredible value? The 1994 D Lincoln cent reminds us that hidden treasure exists all around us, in our drawers, in our change jars, even in our pockets. So keep your eyes open. That next penny you pick up the ground could be worth a fortune, and if you learned something new today, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another deep dive into the world of rare coins and hidden history. Leave a comment below. Do you have a 1994 D penny? Found any errors? We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, this is USA Coins, reminding you every coin has a story, and some are worth a lot more than 1 cent. Let me know if you'd like a version with visuals, cues, chapter breaks, or shortened segments for YouTube Shorts. Today, we're diving into the world of a small but mighty coin, the 2000 D Lincoln cent, also known as the 2000 D penny. This little copper-colored beauty might be hiding in your piggy bank or pocket change right now, and believe me, it could be worth way more than 1 cent. That's right, this ordinary-looking penny could actually be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Some rare versions of this coin have stunned collectors with values reaching as high as $585,341. No, that's not a typo. We're talking about over $500,000 for a coin most people overlook. Let's rewind history a bit. The 2000 D Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, Colorado, and features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front, of the coin. This design by Victor David Brenner has been in circulation since 1909, marking Lincoln's 100th birthday. And for over a century, his profile has stood as a symbol of American resilience, leadership, and history. But what makes the 2000 D penny stand out? What turns a 1-cent coin into a jackpot treasure? Not all 2000 D pennies are worth big bucks. But certain features can launch their value into the stratosphere. Here are the top reasons why your 2000 D penny could be worth a small fortune. Mint errors. Coins with striking errors like double dies, center strikes, or misaligned dies can be extremely rare. Some 2000 D pennies show doubling on Lincoln's ear or beard or misprints on the reverse, making them instantly collectible. High-grade condition. If your coin is in mint state condition with zero wear and a beautiful luster, it can fetch big bucks from serious collectors. These are often stored right after minting and never used in circulation. Copper versus zinc. Here's a shocking twist. Most pennies minted after 1982 are made of zinc with a thin copper coating. But every now and then, a penny gets struck on the wrong planchet, like a pure copper or even foreign metal blank. These are incredibly valuable errors, small die variety or RPM. Some 2000 D coins show evidence of the D mint mark being punched more than once. These die varieties are subtle, but experts and collectors go wild for them. Now here's what you really want to know. What's the market saying right now? As of today, the highest graded and rarest 2000D Lincoln cents have been auctioned for staggering prices, some reaching $585,341. That's more than the price of many luxury homes. In general, here's the current estimated value for different grades. The market for rare coins is always changing, and the value of the 2000D penny continues to climb, especially for high-grade or error coins. Okay, you're probably thinking, how do I know if my penny is valuable? Well, here's a checklist just for you. Check the mint mark, make sure it's a 2000D from the Denver Mint, examine the coin under a magnifying glass, look closely at Lincoln's ear, beard, the letters Liberty, and the year. Any doubling or strange marks could signal a rare error. Weigh your coin. A standard penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If yours is significantly heavier or lighter, it might be struck on the wrong planchet. Inspect for center or misaligned strikes. These rare errors are easy to spot and can be very valuable. Coin collecting is not just a hobby, it's an investment. The 2000D penny is gaining traction as more collectors are discovering its hidden treasures. Auction prices are rising, especially for top-grade coins with errors. And as the years pass, these coins only become rarer and more valuable. So don't underestimate the power of your penny. That little coin sitting in your drawer could be your golden ticket. Before you spend that 2000D penny, take a second look. Use a magnifier. Use your instincts. Because coin by coin, cent by cent, treasure is still out there, waiting to be found. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable pennies, hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a single rare coin update, and drop a comment below. Do you have a 2000D penny? Have you found any with weird features? Share your coin stories and let's build a community of treasure hunters together. This is USA Coins, where every coin has a story, and every story could be worth a fortune. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and as always, stay coin curious. Today's episode is going to blow your mind. We're diving deep into one of the most commonly seen coins in America. Yes, it's the 2002 Lincoln cent, also known as the 2002 Lincoln penny. You've probably tossed one of these into a tip jar, maybe it's rolled around in your car's cup holder for years, or maybe, just maybe, you've got a fortune sitting in your piggy bank, and you don't even know it. That's right. Some 2002 Lincoln pennies are worth way more than just 1 cent. In fact, certain rare types have been listed for hundreds of thousands of dollars, with reported values hitting as high as $585,340 in private sales and high-stakes coin auctions. So don't go anywhere, and the most recent market value trends that collectors are paying right now. Let's go treasure hunting, shall we? First, let's take a quick journey back through time. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, created to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and it quickly became one of the most iconic coins in American history. Now fast forward to 2002, the 2002 Lincoln cent features the classic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse designed by Victor David Brenner, with the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. A design introduced in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. In 2002, the U.S. Mint produced over 8 billion Lincoln cents. Across the Philadelphia and Denver mints, which might make you think these coins are common and not valuable. But hold on, here's where things get interesting. Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark. Over 3.2 billion coins struck. Denver Mint, marked with a small d. Over 3.3 billion coins struck. That's a massive number. But not all coins are created equal, because hidden among these billions are error coins, proofs, high-grade uncirculated examples, and even rare off-metal strikes that can command stunning prices. Let's break it down. What makes a common penny become a valuable collector's item? Now let's explore some of the top 2002 Lincoln penny varieties that could be sitting in your pocket change right now, or the words, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty." Collectors love these coins, especially in high grades. Some have sold for $1,000 or more. 2002 Lincoln cent, broad strike error. This occurs when the coin is struck without a retaining collar. It results in a flattened appearance. Values range from $20 to $100, but rare clean examples can go for much more. 2002 penny on foreign planchet. A few extremely rare examples were mistakenly struck on a planchet meant for another denomination or foreign coin, creating coins with odd weights and metal compositions that, if authenticated, these can fetch $5,000 to $50,000 or even higher. 2002 proof penny from San Francisco Mint. These were not intended for circulation and only came in proof sets. They feature mirror-like finishes and sharp details, perfect grade proof. 70 examples can sell for $100 to $1,500 depending on the market and demand. Now here's the big one. A 2002 Lincoln Cent in near-perfect MS69 red condition, certified by PCGS, sold privately for a reported $585, $340. Why? Because of its flawless surface, bright red luster, and extreme rarity in such high grades. Only a handful have ever come close to that level, and collectors were willing to pay top dollar for it. So yes, 1 penny could literally change your life. Wondering if your 2002 penny is special? Check the mint mark, and if you find something exciting, let us know in the comments below. Like this video, comment your favorite coin, find, subscribe to USA Coins, hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video about rare coins, hidden treasures, and millionaire pennies hiding in plain sight. This is USA Coins, signing. But remember, every coin has a story, and some are worth more than you ever imagined. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep those eyes on your change. Watch our next video on rare 1977 EIRE 10p coins worth thousands.